Hey guys, it has been a long time since I've sat down and filmed a video for this channel. Mostly because I do most of my stuff on Instagram and TikTok and I haven't necessarily felt the need to film a YouTube video, but there definitely is something special about being able to do YouTube because I am able to express myself more in depth and talk about things more in depth. So I actually just barely put out my 6-month update because I'm behind on putting videos up on this platform. So I thought, hey, I should do a 1-year update. I am a little past. It's January, so I'm like a month and a half past my 1-year mark, but I've had some really big things and really exciting things happen. And so let's talk, especially because after watching my 6-month update, I realized how far I've come in my journey and in my relationships with Mormons and people in my life who still are active in Mormonism. All right, so 1 year out, I am doing pretty good. I feel like the hardest part, honestly, of leaving at this point that I'm still dealing with is relationships with people. And I feel like that's going to be an ongoing, never-ending thing I'm going to have to deal with. Relationships have been really hard. Really, really hard, especially where I do speak out about my experience in Mormonism and the bad things about Mormonism. There's definitely a huge elephant in the room, no matter if the believing person is supportive of us or not, there's this elephant in the room because when you are Mormon, so much of your life is invested into Mormonism, and so it feels like we're both not talking about things because the believing person is not talking about Mormonism and, you know, their temple work or their calling or whatever it is, and I'm sitting here on the other side not talking about alcohol or coffee or things that might make them feel uncomfortable. And so we're like kind of doing this dance around each other and tiptoeing around each other, trying to not offend the other. And again, some people this dance is more awkward with, and some people it's easy. It just depends on where that person sits with Mormonism. And I will say, like, our friends or family members, I feel like closer to our age, tend to be a lot more nuanced and a lot easier to do this dance with, whereas our parents, it can be a lot harder to try and balance it. And I've been really struggling lately with, I feel like when I'm around Mormons, I can't be myself. And that's a really hard thing for me because I am very much an authentic person and I really try hard to be authentic, which is one of the main reasons we told everyone super fast that we left Mormonism, was because I wanted to be authentic in my relationships and I wanted to live my authentic life without shame or guilt or trying to hide it. And so it sucks when I feel like I'm around Mormons and I can't be 100% myself. And I get torn between protecting the relationship and putting my feelings aside, and then being annoyed at myself for not being authentic to who I am and for lessening myself. And that's been something I'm really trying to find the balance to. And putting up boundaries has been really hard, and it kind of goes along with that. Like, how can I put up a boundary and still not lose that relationship? And that's easier with some people and harder with others. So that's how my relationships are going. As for personal stuff, I just like this past month have realized how fucking happy I am. It just gets better. Like, the relationship stuff is so hard, and I still cry tears over relationships I've lost and things people have said to me, and it's hard. But beyond that, my life is so much better and it's so much more fulfilling and it's beautiful and wonderful, and I feel like there aren't any of these like walls or barriers or boundaries anymore. Like, I feel like anything is possible, like so much more than when I was Mormon. And you know, I get comments on my TikTok especially where people will say like, you seem so much happier, and I'm like, it's because I am. It's because I feel that. Like, I feel free and wonderful, and I love being able to wear whatever I want, and I love to be able to drink what I want and to try different experiences and be who I am. Like, I can support the LGBTQ community, which is unbelievably important to me, and I can teach my kids to be accepting of all people and all kinds of love, and it's just amazing. And it's just gotten so much better, and it gives me so much hope for the future. Like, I feel like the relationships are eventually going to heal. Like, that wound to them is still pretty new. You know, it's a year-ish old. But again, I just feel like everything's going to continually get better. And I do mourn those relationships I've lost. But again, I hope they'll come back around. So during this last year, I have tried alcohol. I'm going to make a whole video about that. And I have drink coffee probably almost every day now. One of the things I did this past little bit, which has been crazy, is I got a tattoo. And if you know me at all, I have not had the best relationships with tattoos. I've been really mean about them in the past. But Greg and I decided to get a matching tattoo, and it was kind of on the whim, and I got it, and to be honest, I like it, but I am like scared I'm gonna regret it someday still. Greg loves it. So let me show you. This is the tattoo we got. Okay, so the tattoo we got, I got it right here on my shoulder, and it says, "Come What May." Gregory and I danced to the song "Come What May" from Moulin Rouge at our wedding. So it really represents us and our relationship. And the stars have a really deep meaning for Greg and I. So before Greg and I were dating, we were best friends, and he came over one night, and we were just hanging out. And I knew at this point I wanted to date him, and I was just trying to build up the courage to tell him I wanted to date him. So we were jumping on my trampoline, and we ended up laying down looking at the stars together, and we were laying like this right next to each other, not like cuddling because we were just friends, but we were laying down next to each other looking up at the stars, and it was like magic, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you. This is a real story. Like, this really happened. This isn't exaggerated. This is what happened while we were laying looking at the stars together, and I knew I wanted to be with him, but I wasn't sure how he felt. We saw a shooting star go across the sky, and I am like a 5-year-old, still am, and I was like, "Make a wish!" And so we closed our eyes and wished, and I wished with all my little 17-year-old heart that we would end up together. And obviously that wish came true, and when we were discussing that night, we realized we had both wished the same thing, that Greg had also wished that we would end up together. And so we ended up getting stars to represent each of the kids. So Bentley's is green, Olivia's is purple, Lincoln is blue, and Evie is pink. So it's our whole family, and it represents our life together and our trials and our good times and our bad, and the fact that no matter what, come what may, we are going to be together. And so I really love it. I think it's really sexy. I really like the position of it on my shoulder. I like actually that I don't see it all the time. I know that's really like backwards for most people who get tattoos, but I think if I had something where I saw it every day, it would bother me a little bit. Which is so dumb. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.